Hello, it's Claire from Angelic Scallywags. Welcome back to my channel, where I share snippets of my life as an artist, small business owner, master's student and homeschooling mum of 5. Today I will be wrapping some orders and attempting to make a paint palette from polymer clay that is small enough to fit on the tray I use to paint on in bed. I will also be chatting about the packaging I use, as well as my upcoming shop launch. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions regarding anything I talk about, please do leave a message in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you. As you can see, I'm still using my tiny packing station I created at the start of my art business journey. This has been so useful. I keep it up on a shelf out of the way and replenish it each week or so. Inside I keep all my packing supplies, which include reinforced envelopes, vellum bags, thank you cards, freebie prints and stickers, packing stickers and happy mail stickers, business cards, glue and scissors, and a stamp of my logo with an ink pad. Oh, and I mustn't forget the vellum, which is the first thing I'll be talking about. Historically, vellum used to be made by stretching calf skin over a wooden frame, but for a more modern, animal and environmentally friendly option, I use plant-based vellum. These vellums are made from cellulose fibres, which are beaten and processed until there is no air present. This gives you the dense, moisture-rich sheets you can see through. These are recyclable and, according to printed.com, contain recycled materials. I have mine printed with my logo and secure it with logo paper stickers. This gives each package a slimline, protective and attractive look. To ensure full protection of all of my products, they are either sent in a reinforced envelope which does not easily bend, or a postage box, thus offering additional protection. Inside each package are the items the buyer has chosen, alongside a free signed print, a thank you card, a free sticker of my logo bird, and my business card. I designed my thank you card myself and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I have filmed a video outlining all I did, so please feel free to take a look. I will leave a link in the description box below. My thank you card is A6 in size, which I chose on purpose as most, if not all of my products are A6 size or smaller. On the front is a message of thanks to the buyer, as well as a space for me to add the free sticker. On the back is a place for me to itemise the full order with prices, an email address to contact me on, a QR code to scan for all my socials, and a space to pop my business card. My aim is to be as streamlined as possible so that everything I want to communicate is on or attached to the card. I print these out at home because I don't seem to be able to find somewhere which prints the exact colours I want. At the moment, this is not a problem. I only get a few orders per week, if that, which makes it really easy to print as required. If my business ever expands, I'll probably have to rethink this. I print the thank you cards on double-sided, matte 170-gram photo paper, which gives it a quality feel and look. Oh, and I clip the corners to round them slightly. I use glassine bags to package all of my stickers in. I get these off Amazon and they are biodegradable and recyclable. I secure them with logo stickers, which I print by squeezing them into the nooks and crannies of my die-cut sticker sheets. Again, these ensure packaging is kept to a minimum and is streamlined. Last but not least, I include a free A6 print. At the moment, I'm using up an excess of my giraffe prints, but when they run out, the freebie print may be any of the prints available on my site. However, I won't be selling A6 size, only A5, so the A6 freebie prints will be only available on purchasing something from my shop. As things stand, the packaging station works really well, and in the main is fairly environmentally friendly, as well as being, I hope, special to receive and open. Going forward, there is not much I want to change. I recently spent all of this year's earnings on a Munbin printer, which can automatically print out Etsy labels as well as my Happy Mail stickers. I love this so much, and it has really helped the speed with which I pack orders. One thing I haven't mentioned is the clear polypropylene bags I use to package my greeting cards in. At the beginning of the year, I realised that my greeting cards needed extra protection, as I keep them in an open box in my studio. I chose the most environmentally friendly option I could within my price range, and according to polybags.co.uk, these are fully recyclable. I don't love using them and would prefer not to, but they offer protection to the cards until I figure out a less open method of storing them. Can I just say a huge thank you to all of you who have bought items over the last few weeks. I'm so appreciative of your support for my little art business. As I finish up my last couple of orders, I'd like to mention my newsletter. I'm starting up a monthly newsletter where I'll be writing about all things Claire, as well as including a monthly giveaway and money-saving coupons for my shop. I'd love to create a community of like-minded people. I've left the link below if you'd like to join. The first newsletter will be sent out at the end of June and monthly thereafter. Please do sign up if you're interested. Once I've finished packing up these orders, I will be showing you how to make a paint palette from polymer clay. If you've watched the video on my Tinsy Wincy collection of art supplies, you'll know I don't have or use much. However, I tend to do a lot of my painting in bed with Gary softly snoring at my side. However, the palette was quite large on the tray, and painting was sometimes something of a balancing act. I knew I had some leftover white polymer clay and decided to use this to make myself a small palette and brush rest. One day I'd love to own my own ceramic palette, but until then it's polymer clay all the way. Okay, you can see me here softening the clay. I do it in little bits because I actually find this quite hard. I've got quite weak thumbs as it is, and I find the softening of polymer clay really hard, so I kind of did that off camera because that took me ages. but you do need to get it quite soft. And I'm now just rolling it out. Even though I've got a nice wooden surface there, I do use the non-stick sheet, because I find polymer clay gets very, very dirty. It seems to attract all the dust and everything. And so the cleaner I can keep it, the better. So I'm now just forming the 3 little paint wells. Now I tend to paint in layers, so 1 layer or 2 layers at a time, and letting them dry obviously in between, which means that I don't really need that many colours each time I paint. And I tend not to paint for that long. I just paint, I pick it up and I put it down each night. So the 3 colour palettes there are more than enough for my needs. And then I have the mixing well in the middle, which I've just kind of pulled out using one of the tools, and I'm now just softening it. I want that area actually to be as flat as I can possibly get it, so you can see me spending quite a long time on this. But I don't want there to be like little uneven areas where the paint will go. I want it to be as flat as possible. And in order to do that, I don't know if you just saw, I'm putting now back some of the polymer clay that I've taken out in order to get that as flat as possible. Whilst I am using the tools that I have, you don't really need tools to do this. You can just use your fingers, and I think probably I use my fingers more than I use the tools. But you certainly don't need the tools in order to create a simple paint palette. Obviously you can make yours bigger or smaller. I really just wanted one that would fit on the tray with my notebook, my sketchbook, and without sort of having to lean over the side, which is what my larger one does. And I had a little bit left over, so I thought I would make a brush holder from that. So I've baked it now, and it's fairly hard, as you can see. Probably a bit lumpier than I had hoped. I'm now going to varnish it and use the UV light to set it, so it sets really, really hard. I'm just doing a thin layer because it sets so hard. I know this because I've had my nails done before, and it sets so hard. You don't need very much. This was a fairly inexpensive UV light. Once it's been UV'd enough, it turns out very, very hard. The whole thing is hard. The varnish helps with the hardness as well, as I've said before. And I was very pleased with the end result. And on my little tray that I paint on each night, it fits perfectly So I'll decant the colours into the palettes and then I can just paint merrily away.